Models of inheritance make obvious that the more alleles parents have, the more varied offspring will be. But this is just a model of sexual reproduction. What is genetic variation like when we compare sexual to asexual reproduction? Reproduction with two parents is called sexual reproduction. Offspring receive half of their DNA from one parent and half of their DNA from the other parent. Let's focus on one single chromosome. Chromosomes each have many genes, but we will model only 3. Sexually reproducing organisms, including dogs and humans, have 2 sets of DNA in every cell in their bodies. That means they have 2 copies of each gene. If the 2 parents combine their cells to make an offspring now, the offspring would have 4 chromosomes, which is the wrong number. Instead, the parents must first make reproductive cells, called gametes, that only have half the number of chromosomes. One random gamete from each parent will combine to make an offspring with the correct amount of DNA. In asexual reproduction, single-celled organisms only have one parent and only one chromosome. These organisms reproduce by splitting one cell into 2. But if the cell divides now, there is only enough chromosomes for one of the offspring to have DNA. Instead, single-celled organisms must first copy their DNA so that they will have 2 sets. Then, each new cell will have the correct amount of DNA when the cell divides into 2. In both types of reproduction, each parent cell must go through an intermediate stage to make sure the offspring has the correct amount of DNA. In asexual reproduction, the DNA in the offspring is an exact copy of DNA in the parent. But in sexual reproduction, the offspring has a mix of DNA from both parents. So, there is more genetic variation in sexual reproduction.